What's going on, guys? Once again, another quick video. I know you guys have been asking me about what's going on with the first P10 we showed on the channel, the one we had the Fortunatos we installed on Caesar's P10. Well, say hello, Caesar. There's his Instagram. Say hi, Rob. There you go. Big smiles. So here's the P10 once again. It's with us, and we have a little bit of an update. Last time I mentioned that when we left off, we were going to install a carbing strut bar on the car, but unfortunately we snapped the bolt. Somebody over tightened it. I won't say who, I won't mention who it is, but we also couldn't get the strut bar to fit because we needed the local performance cruise control bracket, since the cruise control still works on this P10. Caesar has the bracket, right? Where is it? Where'd it go? Ah, I'm blind. So here's the little bracket. So it just lets you go ahead and mount the bracket right there, and it's in the correct position for the cruise control wire and the throttle body cable. So while we were at it, I figured this engine bay needed an update. Later on we'll update the header, but for now what it definitely needed was a little bit of bling. So what we did was we went ahead and got some bolts for it. No, we didn't. But what we did do is get a new valve cover for it. So we went ahead and powder coated the valve cover. This color is quite actually stunning in the sunlight. You can see all the flake under the coating and under the clear. This color is called Illusion Malbec. And while we were at it, you can see how it changes color. It actually looks black in the dark, and in the light you can see all the bling bling of it. We also matched the carbing strut bar, and you can see right there it says carbing right here at the end, and this is going to be able to fit now that we have this magic bracket. So this is going to be a quick little update video. Again, nothing else has really changed with the car except for now it's on Nismo raised 57Cs in bronze instead of the TE16s. Those brakes look so much smaller now, so that's going to get upgraded more than likely at some point. But for today, that's what we got. While I'm in there, here's a brand new OEM valve cover gasket, brand new OEM centerpiece, and while I'm putting my motor together, and while I'm at it, I know not OEM, but the OEM ones are so expensive. They're the new little grommets, so everything looks nice, clean, and fresh. Here is a, can't tell what it is, but I'll unwrap it real quick for you guys. Alright, so what this is a custom clutch cable brace that I made a few years back. A lot of OG guys remember. But what it is we had, well, Robert went ahead and powder coated his to match his valve cover and his strut bar. So what it is it's just a stock bracket. And then I had my fabricator weld on this piece. This thing is pretty sturdy, pretty thick. And then I had him machine a bushing and weld it onto the front of it, so you have a lot more adjustment for your clutch cable. And then I had him dimple dye the center, so it looks pretty cool. So this thing is definitely very, very sturdy. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And those TE37s right there for a Deal Cars car that you'll see in the next video when it's finally going to get an alignment and a tune. So let's get it done. All right, so far what we've done is I went ahead and undid the major hoses that go to the valve cover. So this one right here, and then this one that goes to this breather hose that goes to the intake manifold, or excuse me, that one that goes to the intake hose. Then you also have this one that goes to the PVC. I'm gonna be reusing the grommet because the grommet's still good. General rule of thumb is there's a specific order if you look at the factory service manual on how to remove the valve cover on SR. And it's really just when you're tightening it up, you want to go ahead and tighten it from the center out, and when you're loosening it up, you want to start from the outer holes in. So caddy corner it. You know, if you want to start from the outside, you start from that one, then you go over here, go on that corner, go over here, and work your way all the way to the center. And when you're tightening it, start in the middle and work your way out. And there are some specific points where you want to go ahead and put some silicone on before you put the other valve cover on. Caesar, come help me take this off real quick. Unless I... Oh, there you go. So I'm going to let Caesar go ahead and pull it off. It's free, bro. Just for you to go and pull it off. Damn.
There we go.
Nice. So his motor is still pretty clean. It's a stock VE, stock cams, and that's what I mean by stock. Might be time for an oil change? Nah, no time for an oil change yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this because we're gonna put a new one on there. And while we're at it, what we're gonna do is go ahead and take a blade and clean all this up off that goes around the distributor, and we'll take a blade and clean up over here around the other side of the head. So pull this off. Okay, so yeah, so the silicone points are right here, right next to this cam, and then right here next to this cam right here, and you want to put some right here and right here. So we're gonna go ahead and swap all the gasketry over with the new gaskets and get back to it. So while we were in there, we noticed that he needed spark plugs as well. So we swapped all the spark plugs from the old.
Yeah, so that's good.
Oh, they're in there somewhere. But they were pretty bad. And so we also noticed that there was a little bit of leaking here down into the oil. Excuse me, there was a little leaking down into the spark plug. So good thing we're upgrading the valve cover. Oh, you got a picture right there? Oh yeah, there they are. They were pretty bad. So definitely, if you're in there, do a little bit of maintenance. Good thing Rob has that keen eye, that eagle eye for maintenance. So we went ahead and swapped that, gapped them to 44. I think that's what the old ones were gapped to. And so now we're gonna put the other valve cover in. But Rob went ahead, he's a stickler for perfection. So right here, he went ahead and cleaned all the contact points pretty clean. I had scraped most of it off, but he went ahead and finished it off and dome polished it. and he cleaned off this other contact point, and then the other one's gonna be right here like I had mentioned before. So we'll just lay down some silicone there, tighten everything back up, and then I already took off the bolts here because I'm gonna go ahead and put the carbing bar on, but I cleaned the area as well with my Kojima's pimp juice in there. And Rob, do us the honors. Are we gonna use gray or?
We'll use the Toyota Black, I guess.
We're gonna use Toyota Black. All right, cool. So Rob went ahead and installed that. Easy peasy. So that's old leakage right there. So, but that already makes the engine bay look a ton better. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten it back up. We're gonna put all the bolts in. No. We're not gonna lose any. We're gonna get that guy back. He's coming back. And we're gonna we gotta get the so Rob right there had a butt pucker moment.
Roy Rob.
So I mean, it's just a little dusty, but we'll clean it off, and then we'll show you the strut bar in a second. But we'll have Rob go ahead and put all the grommets on there and then install the bolts. So Rob's going ahead and tightening everything. He started in the center and working his way out. I'll record a little bit of him, see how he just went from this one straight over to that one, but he's gonna work his way over to the bottom one parallel to that one. So then what you want to do is you want to tighten the valve cover evenly from the center out, just so you can put even pressure on it. There is fresh silicone on there and you want to let it dry a little bit, but you want to make sure that all the contact points are flat and the gasket goes on flat. And trust me, this guy right here, he's read the FSM over and over again. The guy can study it. What page is that on, Rob? But no, seriously, this guy, he has an FSM back there. He has a little one in his back pocket. It's like this thick, but you know, it's a little FSM cheat sheet. But yeah, a lot of people install these valve covers and they just go ahead and go in a circle. There is a pattern to it, so definitely you want to go ahead and do it that way. It's done that way for a reason. Nissan engineers, I'm sure, know what they're doing. But what you can see back there is the Lauren cruise bracket. So now Caesar has perfectly working cruise control and his throttle cable. I went ahead and adjusted it. It's nice and tight. So just make sure there's no binding or anything like that. So that's well and done. We have one last part to it all, and that's the strut bar. Once we torque all those bolts down, we'll put the strut bar on, we'll put all the hoses back into place, and the world will be good again. And we'll take some shots. We'll point it in the sun and take some shots and let you guys see this in the sun. So what we're gonna do now is, I got here a private label, unlabeled tester bottle of my Kojima's pimp juice. I'm sure that's not what he calls it, but it's good stuff. It works on everything. So before we go ahead and go any further, Rob had the great idea of cleaning it up before we put the spark plug cables on. So yeah, you can give me right here. This is not the clicky version, huh?
I think it is.
All right, so as Mike told me, it works on everything. So just wipe it down once, as it is an all-purpose detail spray. Get in there in the valley. Turn over to a clean Donald Duck. Thank you for the assistance. And as you can tell, Caesar, well, Robert went ahead and installed the brand new grommets just to finish off the look, make it look super nice and clean. And the brand new neovvl badge, that's right, which I eyeballed. I hope it's in the right spot. Nah, it's in the right spot. There you go. All our dirty fingerprints are off of it now. Oh, let's lift it back up. There you go. Oh yeah. So one little thing changes everything.
Really changes your water.
It changes everything.
How's that, Rob? Rob approved?
Rob approved.
All right. And the stuff works great. Thanks again, Mike Kojima, for the tester bottle. Oh, I thought you were trying to steal my juice. Dropping some juice knowledge.
Juice is temporary. You know, anyone can obtain the juice or something. I mean, you could say that just because you got a nice car, so I'm like, oh man, you got the juice. You know, it's something that kind of comes and goes. The sauce is forever. You buy you a Simply lemonade. How long is that gonna last in your fridge? A couple days maybe. Yeah. That's the juice. How long does barbecue sauce last in your fridge? A while.
So, Rob's gonna go ahead and put the spark plug cables back on. We'll put the strut bar on. Actually, we'll put the strut bar on now and then wipe it down, since my dirty, grubby fingers are gonna be all over it. We'll do it at the same time, Rob.
Wow.
Look at that.
Multi-talented.
Wait. I think this carbing bar goes this way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back to the 2 holes line up here too for the stock.
But as you can see, the last time the biggest issue we had was the strut bar even clearing that bracket, the throttle. But now it clears perfectly thanks to Local Performance's bracket. That was the biggest issue last time. We'll spray this down, we'll clean it, and then we'll show you what it looks like in the sunlight before the sun goes down. We'll have Caesar move the car and you'll be able to see it in the sunlight. But so far, it's a huge change. It looks way better than before. Caesar, you like it?
Love it.
All right, well, there you go. So we parked the car in the sun so we can see a little bit more of that flop from the color. Again, the color's called Illusion Malbec. I see somebody else with that color now. I know where you got the idea. Just kidding, go ahead and copy. Here it is, all finished up. You can really see the flake in the color as you go around it. So I think this is a 2-stage powder coat, but don't mind my shadow. It looks great, especially on the silver car. It's definitely a good contrast as far as the flop between the silver and the well, this is more like a dark, what do you call it? Cherry black? Burgundy?
Black cherry.
Black burgundy, maroon, just not moron. And again, with all the new little grommets, it just looks so much better. So we'll figure out how to run those grounds that Caesar had before. But that's it. That's a quick little update on this car. We'll have an update on Robert's B14 soon. We're waiting on a couple more parts before we put those in his car. But as far as Caesar's car, that's all we got for now. So if you like videos like this, if you like what we're doing, like and subscribe. Continue to enjoy the videos that we bring you. And again, support some of the vendors that help us, just like Mike Kojima, his cleaning supplies. Look out for that. I believe he has a gun oil as well. Really good stuff. So follow Caesar, follow AJ, follow Sergio, follow Augie, follow us. And you'll be able to see more updates on our Instagrams. I'll put the link above to the first video to this P10 if you haven't seen the 500 install on this car. So again, until the next video, say bye Caesar and Robert. Peace.